All right, guys, we made it to the end. So let's do a recap and mention some resources. So I really hope that you feel like you can walk away from this course looking at the child and the parent and the pediatric care triad from a different perspective than when you first came in. And if you have any comments or suggestions about what we talked about in this course, please use the comment section at the bottom to let me know or send me an email. You can reach me at info@sweetpeapediatricwellness.com. I would love to hear from you. I feel really fortunate and lucky to have this chance to lead the Colorado Early Intervention Telehealth Interest Group on Facebook. And I really truly wanted to provide as much content for free. I hope you found some value in this class, and if there was something that you would like me to create a class or course around, let me know that as well, because I'm looking to be responsive to the needs of the community to help support and stretch you guys toward your professional and personal goals is the best that I can. So let's recap. So in order to meet the family, parent, and child where they are at, we need to look at each person involved in that care triad individually, as well as how we are all interconnected. And just remembering that we need to be in that calm and alert state for learning. And no matter who you are in that triad, that's true. And what are those things that keep you in calm and alert? And what are those things that push you over your threshold? Are we going to be able to always change and control other people? No. But first, we can develop some awareness of the situation so that we can create some space between our impulse and our action or reaction. And that we can control. But we need to have that awareness about what's going on within our own selves, what false beliefs we might have, what perceptions of reality do we have, and then opening up that dialogue and really being comfortable to the best degree you can of being uncomfortable, so that you can have some conversations with families and caregivers, even though it's not easy, because really, what's the worst that's going to happen? And if that did happen, if they did fire you because they didn't think that you were a good fit for their child or for their family, we need to have a secure attachment, our own selves, and recognize that that is not a reflection of us as a person, that we are still phenomenal people and therapists, and that we can learn and grow from that experience so that we can do some things differently next time. And that's not bad. That is not bad. So the opposite, what would be the alternative, is to live in that fearful state of not doing anything, of stagnant, being stagnant, and just trying to avoid that situation, those uncomfortable conversations. And then we don't go anywhere. And they still might fire us. So Dr. Dan Siegel, here, his book, The Developing Mind, you can click on this link, is not yet released. It's the 3rd edition. It's coming out. And I think he's got a lot of really good analogies. He's really big on acronyms and mnemonics. So he's got a lot of information and many books that are geared for parents as well as providers. He's got some online courses too that you can take. Rhythmic movement is something that I am not certified in, but it does definitely deal with these primary reflexes. MNRI, the Musatova Neurosensory Motor Reflex Integration, is a phenomenal program. This is what I am currently undertaking their coursework to be a course specialist. And a lot of the things that I talked about today, you will find in her courses, with obviously much more detail and specific exercises to work with children on the reflexes. That's why I like MNRI, because even for the children who are nonverbal or pre-verbal, I can work with them at the reflex level to help them integrate these reflexes without trying to access their upstairs brain. A lot of what Dan Siegel is talking about is upstairs brain and downstairs brain, but that would assume that I'm going to have a child who's going to verbally engage with me and that I can keep them in their upstairs brain. But if they've got issues with the reflexes underlying that, I'm going to be much better served to start here. And not banal is another method that is also working on this neurosensory motor system. I don't have any direct training with this particular method, but I do know a lot of families who enjoy the interaction with the therapist and how the therapist is really able to look at the whole child. The polyvagal theory and the integrated listening systems, the safe and sound protocol, you can find that information here. Polyvagal theory is going to extend even past children to adults and with a trauma. But again, it's all going down to this idea of, are we feeling safe and secure and we can continue to move forward and grow, or are we in a state of fear and protection and we must just be surviving? And the integrated listening system is a way, especially for kids who are nonverbal, to start accessing this safe and secure so that they can continue to grow. So thank you so much for participating in this course with me. I do have a website. I'm also on YouTube at Sweet Pea Pediatric Wellness. I do some like short little yoga breathing exercises for kids. I have some reflex integration exercises up there. On Facebook, you can Facebook Messenger. I have a chat bot for infant and child massage. And I will most likely be offering some more courses here on Teachable in the Pediatric Telehealth Toolbox, as well as starting some courses specifically for parents looking at these underlying sensory processing, emotional awareness, and the underlying factor of the reflex integration. So thanks again for participating, and I look forward to hearing from you either in an email or in a comment.